Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us as above, so below. This is Mars Energy teaching. Every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostle of the Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, this platform is for melanated people, where we deal with church people that practice the ATRs or the black arts, and we also deal with those that have left the church but still practice the ATRs but have church influence. To each and every one of you guys, salutations to each and every one of you guys for supporting Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I want to say, first of all, salutations to my Madrina, and to my Madrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjays. This platform here is where we do and we talk about real magic and how our actions and our decisions affect our energy, frequency, and vibration. One of the things that I want to do on this platform on tonight is to really educate as many people as I can that desire to really understand magic and how prophecy affects our manifestation. What's up there? I don't have my glasses on. That looks like Boaz, Stormy, Mother Susan, Mother Church, my baby Scorpio, and somebody else came in here. And so I think it was Danielle. I want to talk about this tonight. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I had a long day. UPS put it on me, and I haven't eaten. I haven't done anything besides clean myself and shower, walk Shango. And so I'm doing this in spite of how I feel. I'm doing this live for the benefit of melanated people that want to understand magic, spirituality, whether in Ifa, Voodoo, or any of these ATR practices. I have been doing magic since I was a child, and I say that oftentimes because when people are listening to me, they need to consider that. What's up, my love in the house? Demetrius in the house. What's up, child? They're my Virgo. And what's up there, Alicia in the house? Sagittarius / Capricorn. I share stuff that I know I don't have to. It's my life. It's something that I'm very concerned, and so therefore, when I see things reiterating in people's lives, and whether you work with me or not, is not the issue. I need more melanated people to understand the spirit world, how it works, how it interacts with our energy, our frequency, and vibration, how we interact with that same energy, frequency, and vibration, and why at certain points in time, while we find ourselves in situations and circumstances and not understanding how things work. And so one of the things that I have, I grew up in the church, initially in the Baptist church, but, progressively to Pentecostal church. There go my eldest son, Trey, is in the house. And then I got my Boaz. What's up, Boaz? That's right, not broke ass Boaz. But growing up in the church, and I really want to break this down, because when you guys don't understand divination, you don't understand how the spirit world works outside of time. A lot of times when we hear things, or we may get a word of prophecy, or we may get a divination or reading or what have you, and the Bible says it like this: the vision shall not tarry, but it shall speak and not lie. God is not a liar. The divine will. What's up, my Karen O'Brien? And then there go my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina, Aphrodisia in the hack. I got my nipples ready. I'm going to be saying some stuff. I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is Aries, and my rising sign Pisces. And my subject tonight, because this is Mars energy, this is about action. When you want to flow in your prophecy, you want to flow into your fulfillment of your dreams or vision. So the best thing to do is be first partakers of fruit. And my subject tonight is very personal, because I've seen it affects so many different people's lives. Even though I'm a prophet and I prophesy to people, I seen prophecy destroy people's lives because they didn't understand it, or the person was just outright lying. But even if the person is telling the truth, when we don't understand how prophetic words work, we don't understand how divination works, we don't understand how fulfillment of dreams work, we find ourselves in different time schedules, and we taking different approaches to things based off of what we think we comprehend. Say, hit that. I know that's right. Hit that like button, y'all. Well, thank you, Demetrius, for reminding me of all people that this is a monetized channel. So if you got questions, make sure you put in the super chat. So my subject tonight, and I really want y'all to give me an opportunity to break this down and why this is so essential, whether you are operating in ATRs or whether you've ever gotten a prophecy or whether somebody ever predicted something for to you, or you ever got a reading or certain things. And I want to explain this flow of aspect of energy, frequency, and vibration. I started to say something really nasty about your mammy about cooking, but I decided not to. Because I'm hungry and I'm tired. My subject tonight is admit you didn't fully understand the prophecy that was prophesied. What's up, love? What's up, my crab cakes in the house? I'm going to say this again. Admit that you did not fully understand the prophecy, the prediction, the reading that was prophesied or predicted to you. And why is that important? I don't care how true a dream is. I don't care how true a word is. Doesn't matter how true a divination is. And one of the things I'm going to use myself and my cousin / uncle as an example. And I want to use myself as an example because I'm trying to show many of you guys that even if God spoke something or the divine spoke something, because the Bible said we prophesy in part. People give readings based off of whatever elevation that they are open to. And a lot of times we take certain things and we come to our own conclusion, not waiting for the Spirit to reveal the interpretation of that. Same thing about the king when he wanted it. He wanted the astrologers to tell him what he had dreamed and also the interpretation of that. Only God can be a revealer of what He's saying. So many years ago, when I was a child, I was older than my cousin. And the reason I say cousin because he was younger than me, and so I always call him cousin. I would never call him uncle. And in our family, very spiritual family I come from, there was this lady, and I would never forget, because that's the only thing I remember. I would never forget, me and him used to run and climb trees. On the way to getting out, this woman said, when he grow up, he gonna have all kind of powers, right? So my mom said, what the red one, because he was light skinned and I was dark skinned. She said no, the black one. There was 2 prophecies, and this reminds me of when Rebecca was born or birthing her 2 sons, and Esau and Jacob, and the prophecy was they both would be great nations. And in that prophecy, because of how Esau was favored by Isaac, Rebecca felt like he was going to give the blessing that was for Jacob to Esau, and she intervened. When people don't fully understand prophecy and people feel like they got to help certain things out, so in my family, because they all heard this, and this woman was renowned for predicting stuff and stuff coming to pass. So they've always been watching. And that in our family, when something is said, it's constantly, it goes all through the family. So in my life, a lot of stuff happened to me, was done to me because of that prophecy. A lot of, even my mother did not understand my destiny. This is why I tell people, if the Spirit or the divine is giving you a word, you don't go by your understanding. The scripture said, lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge God, and He shall direct your path. What black people that are in the ATRs or practicing the ATRs or receiving from the ATRs don't want to admit is that they don't, even if something is true, you don't understand the timing of God. You don't understand the path that God may have a man or woman on in order to fulfill what was spoken over their life. And even the individual only has so much information about his or her destiny, because a lot of things must be what? Fulfilled or revealed. And so therefore, when you don't understand everything that God or divine mother is speaking to you, or dreams that you're coming to, and dreams are coming to you in spaces and places, you don't need to be jumping out there and making statements and making moves as though you fully understand, you fully comprehend what that dream meant, what that vision spoke, what that prophecy was. And so a lot of times people feel that in order for God to fulfill your destiny, they're not going to admit this to you, sir and ma'am. That means they can't get their destiny. We don't, black people don't, we live in scarcity. We don't live in abundance. So in order for God to bless Natasha with the abundance of God, that means in your mind, he got to take from take from baby Scorpio. And that's just simply not the truth. The divine has the ability to provide destiny and fulfillment for each and every soul on planet Earth without taking from any other individual in order to fulfill destiny. Jacob still became great and a mighty nation, and Esau still became that. But their destinies and their pattern, I've seen it with my children, I've seen it with myself, I've seen it. People start behaving because they don't comprehend where they play a part in their existence and their reality. And they don't want to admit that I did certain things, I said certain things because I thought because it was said that I would be king. They felt like, and how can he be a king when they've already have a king? Which was my younger cousin / uncle. He's not my biological cousin, he's my biological uncle. But I call him cousin because he was younger than me and I was not going there with him. They also tried to make, and that's inclusive of my mother, that I was jealous of him. And I was never jealous. I don't have anybody in my family that I'm jealous of, to be honest with you. I don't have a reason. But these are the games that were being played by individuals in the family. When too many hands are trying to play God with your destiny, I'm going to tell you, sir and ma'am, they're going to mess you up, and they're going to mess up what relationships could have been created, because people don't want to admit that even with me, the fact that it was said that I would be heavily in the dark arts, I would be heavily performing black magic, because they did not understand what black magic was and they had their own interpretation. They ascribed me to evil, when black magic has nothing to do with evil. It has all to do with magic, the dark arts. The mysteries of heaven has to do with the chaos energy. It has to do with me having carbon energy, and that I would be a part of a very powerful energy and frequency and vibration. At no time did they associate me with holiness, goodness, or uprightness, because of prophecy and people telling them that and did I become initiated into black arts? Did I perform black magic? But I have healed more people than they would ever heal. I have set free more people. I have been more honest and upright than they would ever be. Black magic does not make you do evil or harm people. What I do is protection work, and people get hurt for trying to come up against me. I want y'all to understand, I don't care if it's your mom. Just like Rebecca did not fully understand the prophecy that was over her own 2 children. Because this was not like in my case, I got 3 baby mamas. In this case, this was the mother of both children, and she was interfering. She put involved her hand, trying to make sure that her child, the one that was closest to her, because she felt like Esau had favor with the father, and that's where the blessing was coming from. But when God got something for you, mama and daddy can't stop you from getting. Family can't stop you from getting. This is what I want y'all to understand. The average person is not going to admit that they comprehended certain things a certain type of way, and they acted upon that. Okay? When when Joseph received his dream, not only did his brothers have a problem with his dreams, but his father and mother. He said, so his father said, so me and your mother gonna bow down to you? Because in the dream, he had a dream that the sun and the moon, which represented his parents, were gonna bow down to him. I'm not telling you, because some people say, oh, don't tell your dreams. What I want to get across, if Joseph's parents did not understand fully the dreams that were given to their son, if Rebekah, being the mother of Jacob and Esau, did not fully understand, we cannot pretend certain men in this day and age, even if you are the recipient of a prophecy, even if you're the recipient of a prediction, to say that you fully understand and you understand why certain things are being said. There was so much underhanded stuff happened to me in my own biological family because of these prophecies. People will mistreat you because of prophecy. People will mishandle you. Joseph not only went into a pit. Are y'all hearing me? He was sold into slavery. Don't tell me, sir and ma'am, as an individual that has been assaulted because of prophecy, because of destiny, been undermined by my own biologicals. You understand? I am where I am today, nothing but the blessing of the divine. People are not going to tell you, I heard that you were going to be this, but I perceived. I didn't understand what God was saying about your life. When I received a prophecy in church, and I would be honest about this. When I first heard this prophecy, she said that I was next to be on the throne. And she said, they're saying that your powers come from Satan. I assumed at that time, I was 19 years of age, I assumed at that time that they were talking about the church people that not realize I just got into that church. These people didn't know me from Adam as far as, who I was, but they knew of my family. It wasn't God. The Spirit was not talking about the church members. The Spirit was talking about the very people that I would eventually make a sacrifice for in order to set them free from jail. They thought my power came from Satan because of what they were doing. People will put on you based off of what they're doing and interpret your prophecy as what they're doing. And my conjure and my magic is very different. I'm here to tell you that there's a lot of people out here that may be getting a real word from the divine. That may be getting a real reading from somebody, whether it's a Baba, whether it's a Tata Oriente, whether it is a Iyami, or whether it is a real reader or some type of seer. You're hitting. They're talking about I'm hitting a cold wound. Imagine how many people out here, even if everything is being said correctly, how children, siblings are mistreating their siblings based on a prophecy, based on a vision, based on a purpose. And they're never going to admit that. Do you think Joseph's brother would ever admit that the reason why they mistreated their brother was based on that dream? And that was the whole reason why they mistreated their brother. Not just for the fact that their father favored Joseph because Joseph was birthed in his old age. There was a reason why his father was acting that way about Joseph. There was a purpose. See, and sometimes when you ain't a parent and you're not understanding, like my sister would tell me about her kids. She loved all three of her kids. But her first child, the family took that, for taking care of her because that's her first child. That's inclusive of myself. And then her second child, her husband idolized his daughter, so he was very. She said, but her last child, she had to really raise him. She did not have the help that she had with her other two. And so he means something very different. Doesn't mean that she don't have love for her kids. A lot of y'all, especially children, don't understand where a parent is in his or her life. And they have certain things that they may have for a child based off of what they've gone through or what they were dealing with. And so therefore you take a position. You take a position based on that and start mistreating your siblings based off of affection and perception. And one thing black people don't like to do, they don't like to be honest. Instead of telling their brother or their sister, you know what, I mistreated you. I went and told Father that you were dead. Because not only did he make you a coat of many colors, but we heard your dream. And why you gonna be greater than us? There's a song that I say, we both started at the bottom, but you don't know how. If we started in the same place, why you in one place and I'm in another? If you think for 1 minute that people won't change on you because of a prophecy, and it don't even have to be true. If you don't think people will change on you because of a dream or a vision, you are so sadly mistaken and you are misguided. I'm here to tell you, that's from time to, I remember when my madrina heard the Oba that she got to do the reading. Ochosi came down and spoke. Ochosi said that I was already a king and I came to this world with an army. And this is another thing, because she told Minister Mario this. He said, this man don't even have to light a candle. The spirits move for him like that. She said ever since he got that prophecy or that reading, he been acting different. The truth of the matter is I heard that at 13. The truth is that you changed on me when you heard what was said. Because you didn't change on Minister Mario, because Minister Mario reading was coming out the same that he had IQ, because that's what he told me when he got through the reading. He said, at least you had a good reading. I didn't. The same man that did Minister Mario's reading and about a coup and that he was gonna, even if he got crowned, he still might die. That was all told to us with our second madrina from another Oba. Because a lot of y'all think that what was happening in Minister Mario snuck up on us. They did not sneak up on us at all. I was just trying to turn the tide. So I have had people sit in the midst of my readings while my egoons and spirits were showing up and start changing on me based off of what was manifesting in my spiritual court, which is nothing new to me because it was done to me and my family. That was on my dad's side and my mother's side. But they would never admit, because it says a lot about them and who they are, and how would you mistreat a child based off of a prophecy. And then you would separate those kids. Because me and him grew up very close, even though I was older. But when they got through, we were very separated. Because they trying to figure out how he going to be king and he going to be king. And I was a grandchild and he was actually a child of my grandmother. So how he going to be greater than mama kids? But you don't control my destiny. I remember telling my mother when she was telling me about what was said about him. I said, they said he will be the richest and wiser than all of y'all. I am not her child. I'm her grandchild. I got a different destiny. I knew that very early on in my life. But I still, Apostle, my ancestors told me, hey, I'm going to be walking echo. What is it? Jeremy, you have to get a consultation, sir. I don't do random reading like that. I want y'all to understand this. This, whether it's a Pentecostal church or apostolic church, This has affected marriages. Prophecies have affected marriages, siblings, how people treat folk. Nobody ain't gonna tell me I live this. I live this with my kids. I live this with my exes. In the church world behind prophecies, people prophesy lies, people prophesy truth, half truth. Black people believe in fortune telling. Believe that. Black people believe in prophecy. They believe in visions and dreams. But what they don't admit, that they do not understand. It is true. They don't understand what is being said. What your siblings will never admit to you, that they treated you a certain way because of what was spoken over your life. I'm going to pause because I want you to be honest with yourself. I lived this. My mother changed on me because of a prophecy. My family changed on me because of a prophecy. And I was a child. Do you understand? In life, you got to really, really know what God got for you. You got to awaken to your purpose. You got to awaken to your destiny. You got to love yourself. You have to understand that you're an instrument. You have to understand that people are not going to be honest, because it says a lot in life when you change on somebody because they are awakening spiritually. What people won't admit a lot is this also. They make a lot of assumptions. I'm going to say this again. They make a lot of assumptions based off of what they interpret. Now, I didn't say what God has interpreted. Remember, Yahshua said, flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father which is in heaven. The Lord did not tell you that you were going to immediately become XYZ. The Lord did not tell you were going to immediately become a millionaire or a billionaire. The Lord did not tell you. I am, at 13 years old, still seeing the unfolding of what was prophesied to me or spoken to me at 13 years old. I didn't even see the reality of what my spiritual dad was saying even at the time he said it. I did not see the fulfillment of a lot of things until I started getting out here evangelizing and getting on social media and getting into the church. I want to explain to y'all like this. They are still waiting on, and I tell them, how you gonna function in an energy? I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, I'm a teacher, I'm an evangelist, and I'm an apostle. Correct? I'm in the church. I'm fully engaged in the church. I'm not tiptoe, I'm not straddling the fence. You ain't even about the church. How you gonna fulfill my destiny? How you gonna carry my energy? How you gonna carry my frequency when you're not even interested in being in the church and the things of the church? This is what's so crazy about siblings and people that be jealous of folks. I got cut. They ain't gonna, if they go to church, it's gonna be on an Easter. It got to be a funeral. How are we gonna have the same destiny when I'm the only one that go to church like that? How you gonna compare other people with me when I'm the only one in the church world that way? I'm the only one that has his own church. Out of the male and the female, I'm the only one. I'm not the only person got a call on their life to be preachers and all that, but I am the only one that is operating fun. And I have people in my family on both sides talking about they more anointed than me, and ain't none of them heal the sick, raise the dead, and cast out demons like me. I'm 51 years old. I'm about to be 52. And I ain't seen none of them. I'm talking about them. I ain't seen none of the siblings. Everybody's got dream vision. But I ain't seen nobody manifest like me. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting almost 20 years later. And I ain't seen it yet. I ain't heard nobody name in my family on both sides of the candle. Ain't nobody outshining me as of yet. So how I'm not the one? When y'all get in trouble on both sides, I'm the one you call. Out of all the other root workers, out of all the other conjurers, out of all the other mystics, when you get in real trouble, I'm the one you call. How I'm not the one? The proof is in his pretty. But ain't none of your children, none of your grandchildren, none of them stat where I stat. Right to this day. And they will never admit that. Because I'm not their cup of tea. I don't have to be your cup of tea to be the one. I don't have to be your cup of coffee. I don't have to be your cup, period. And that's what some of y'all problem is. You want to be your family. You want, because of who you think you are spiritually, you want your family to bow down to you, or you want your family. The Bible says that a prophet is not without honor except in his own country, among his own king, in his own house. You ain't getting around that. If you said you're going to walk your journey, walk your journey. But to turn around thinking that these people are going to celebrate your exaltation, your honor, I done healed them in this family. I done got them out of jail. I done got them out of trouble. I done protected them. And they still walk around. They'll still go to somebody else's church and act like that I don't even exist until they get in trouble. But that's what goes along with being who you are. But people are not going to say, you know what, I mishandled him because of what was said over his life. I mishandled her because of what was said over her life. You better find out and get a full understanding of your own destiny, your own vision, your own dream. Sitting around here and worrying about your natural family or your husband or your wife and thinking that they're going to participate. If it's a benefit, yes. But to help you reach your journey, no, it's going to be the divine that causes men to give into your bosom, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I am here as a living witness that most people do not fully understand prophecy. They do not fully understand visions and dreams. People did not deliberately help me because they're sick of hearing about how great I am, because they feel like, and let me tell you something, you're not going to come on the scene until it's your time. I'm going to say that again. It's the Lord that setteth up a king and brings one down. You don't determine when I am no longer on the throne. That's not your call. That's not your call. You don't determine when a Tata, Mumbo, whomever, a hoodoo worker, voodoo worker, preacher, prophet, whatever. That's not your call. Because when God raised somebody and saw somebody, you can't do nothing with them anyway. With all your favor, with all your connection, you cannot stop the divine. When somebody's meant to be on top of their game, they're going to be on top. You know how many people have been throwing at me doing conjure? I watch people in my church. I look at, they ain't even guarding themselves, protecting themselves. I'm telling them I'm in warfare, and they walk around here in la la land. La la land. Because they don't fully understand prophecy. They don't fully understand vision. They're just participating where there is a benefit. He said, he done tore my soul here. I'm not guessing. I'm not assuming. I live this. I don't hate none of them. I understand. I'm older now. I get it. I get it even with my children. You don't understand prophecy. You listen to other people that got ulterior motive why they're telling you stuff. And they're interpreting certain things because they have certain jealousies and envy. When you have a king or a queen as a mother or a father, and you got other people around there hating on that individual, you have to be very careful about who is telling you about. That's why Absalom was doing what he was doing. That's why David's house was going through what he was going through. See, one thing I would say about Jacob that became Israel, he understood the prophecy, and he understood in order, instead of Esau killing him, he wrestled with that angel. See, when you understand your destiny and you understand where you went wrong, you can make certain corrections. When you're a type of person can admit that you didn't understand certain things, even as natural or spiritual, then you can try to make some type of restitution. But the mere fact that you don't even want to acknowledge that you were mishandling me, or mishandling my ministry, or mishandling my situation based off a prophecy that you were envious and jealous of, I actually honestly didn't do anything to you, but because of what you heard about me, because I was talking like this before I met you, and if you had been following me and supporting me, you would know that Apostle Eli is not a different person. He is the same individual. Because I ain't just get power, I've already had it. I ain't just get money, I've already had that. And so I say to many of you all, if you're going to be in spirituality, your biggest thing that you need to do is understand the energy and understand what is being said concerning your life and how that's going to impact you. And stop making it about other people. Stop making your journey about other people. Stop making your interaction with the divine mother or father or Egun about other people. Because everybody does not have to be in compliance to your vision, your dreams, in order for the fulfillment of those dreams and visions to come to pass. My mother didn't have to be a major player in me becoming who I am. And I still became who I am. My father died and became a bigger player in my life than he was when he was living. You don't tell the divine how to do and to bring you to point A to point B and to get you where. Your job is to follow and be obedient. Be willing and obedient. If I can help any melanated person that is going through something, your obedience to the divine is the most important thing. You understanding what is being said about your life, not how other people are interpreting and how other people feel about that. Your job is to make sure you're in compliance with what the divine or Egun or ancestor or Orisha or Loa, whatever, is saying about your life. If it were left up to them, I would not have the resources to have a church. I wouldn't have the resources to maintain my church. But because God is my provider, the divine, the Egun, the ancestor, the Loa, the Pungo, that's why I'm rising. That's why I have the favor I have. That's why I have the fame that I have. It is not because people did not try to ambush me. And it was not accidental. It was intentional. Because people, that's what happened with King Herod when Yahshua showed up. He heard through the astrologers that a king was being born. People feel, and King Herod felt that if this king is born, he must be coming for my kingdom. He must be coming for my destiny. He must be coming for my people and what I got going on. And Yahshua's kingdom was not even of this world. My kingdom was not even of this world. My crown, everything that was considered, was all of a spiritual origin. Yeah, am I going to have natural prosperity and all that? Absolutely. But my destiny and my crown had all to do with my journey spiritually. And they could not comprehend that, just like King Herod could not comprehend that. That's why he put the order out to kill all of the firstborn male children. Ask your family, ask people around there why they was killing your ambition. Why they was killing your self-esteem. Why you think people went out their way to be that hard? Because they were trying to stop the fulfillment of a prophecy. And I never forget, because I talked to my sister, I cried about it. When my mom filed a report against me and my sister for elderly abuse. When I was reading the report, she stated in it that I was going to destroy her family. Now remember, I'm her child, so this is also my family. But in her report, she said I was going to destroy her family. All in my mind, I'm thinking, I've always did what I could for this family. Why would I destroy this family? Let me tell y'all something. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, sister, and cousin. When people feel like you're a threat to who they are and their existence, they'll turn on you. I don't care if it's what birthed you in the world. You can love whoever you want to love. But when it comes down to what people think you are a threat, they're going to do what they feel they have to do. I didn't understand. I couldn't even comprehend why that was even said or written. No less than put in the courts and public record. But it was. And I say to many of you guys, I don't care who it is. If they don't understand your prophecy, they don't understand your destiny, they will work against you. They will fight against you. They will say things to you to hurt, to maim you. But if God be for you, is more than the world against you. And that applies to whomever. If the shoe fits, I intend for you to wear that. There's a lot of people out here, because they don't understand destiny, they don't understand purpose, they will go out their way to try to hinder your whatever God and divine have for you. Be blessed to know who you are. Be blessed to appreciate who you are and who you are. I don't walk around here hating and upset with people. I run my course. I fulfill what God has called me to do. I let the chips fall where they may. But when I realized why you felt that way, because of what you had done, what your family had done, and you felt that the time will come when I find out what you would done, you feel like I would attack. But the same love I had for you then, I have for you now. Because I feel like now that I'm older and I'm more wise and I'm insightful, I don't have to read that. You do. Don't be afraid of me. Be afraid of the seeds that you have sown. Because there's a harvest coming. And I ain't got nothing to do with the harvest. Because the Bible say one planted, one watered, but God give the increase. I didn't sow them seeds. I don't have to reap the harvest. I didn't handle you like that. I don't have to. That's not something. That's not karmatic for me. I want you to understand how I get where I got, and why half of you don't have an understanding who you support. I do not look to people. I look to the hills that which cometh my help. Because who's saying yes today could say no tomorrow. Who's saying no today could be saying yes tomorrow. And I say to each and every one of you, whosoever will, let him come. But my focus is on the divine, because that's who brought me here. That's my ego, my ancestors. I want to encourage you today to understand, most people will never admit that they did not understand your prophecy. They did not understand your purpose. And because they thought they understood it, they acted upon, they took action. That's why we talk about Mars energy. Action was taken. People didn't just have a feeling. Joseph's brothers didn't just have a feeling. They acted upon that. His parents acted upon that. Jacob's mother, Rebecca, acted upon that. We are talking about acting. We acting like people just got feeling. No, people have acted. In my church, when people thought I was evil and they thought I was doing dark work and I'm doing evil working and hurting people, people acted upon those things. Actions were taken. Nobody has a problem with your feelings. Nobody has a problem with the way you may think. The fact that you took action is where the problem is. You can feel however you want to feel about a man, a woman, a person, a place, or a thing. But the issue is that you went beyond feeling that and you took action. And now that you have to reap from those actions, you want to make like I'm doing something to you and your family, and I'm not. I don't have to. I didn't use y'all. Y'all used me. It's a difference. I didn't lie on y'all. Y'all lied on me. I don't have no problem. That's why I stay to myself and I tend to myself. And whatever happens with me is between me and my God and my ego. But sitting around here waiting on people and look, I don't do that, y'all. And whoever ride with Apostle Ely, that's why I ride with them. I got you, Darius. That's why I don't go around and get into it with people. Because when your loved ones do it to you, everybody else is a piece of cake. Reversal. I don't walk around talking about somebody lied on me. It's too many people in my family done did that. I've been over that a long time ago. Don't mean I don't have a short fuse and people can get me hot, because that's not true either. I can get very hot about stuff. Reversal, stop gossip, money. But I want to share that with y'all today because I want you to know that people and all of gladness. Oh, I do love first. But there is Pisces, and then all of gladness. I feel that black people, melanated people are around here hurt and devastated because of what their loved ones have done to them, and not realizing that it's a part of the quest. It's a part of you developing who you are. It's a part of you growing into who you are. You will fulfill your destiny. I'm living proof. Nobody can. They done try. Some of the best of kanji, because my family got money, and I prevail above and beyond it all. I am crowned twice. My Fedifuma Yanza and my Fedifuma Babalu Aye. Ain't nobody on either side of my family crown. I am initiated and scratched into Palo. I have 4 cauldrons. Ain't none of them got that. And I'm only 51 years of age. I'm hierarchy in voodoo. Why am I working? God still blessing me. Why am I get mad with you? What you did? You're not. I'm still going to become exactly what the divine said. As much as black magic as I possible, and I have love for people, and I'm being loved by people. So why am I gonna get mad with you? You got to read that. I don't. And guess what? I will have all of the property that God will have for me to have. I will have the money, the resources, but you know what I have that a lot of my family will have? I will have respect and honor when I go into the grave. And I'm still an anointed freak. And I still cuss. And I still get people straight. And I ain't got to be no phony. I ain't got to do none of that. And I'm still the preacher and the apostle. People still going to be coming to my church. People going to be flying in and people going to be buying seats in my church. The same individual. Because what's meant for you is going to happen. I don't have to allow nobody to get God to move for me. I don't have to stab nobody in the back to get what God got for me. I don't have to trip up nobody, send somebody another direction. I don't have to do none of that. And I ain't going to do it. Because one thing I have watched over a period of time, what God got for me, I'm getting it anyway. I'm going to say it again. What God got for me, I'm getting it anyway. And I don't have to kiss nobody ass on either side of my family. I don't have to do it. That's why I don't have issues. Somebody said, I thought you were in your 30s. No, I'm 51, about to be 52. But thank you for the compliment. My oldest son is 32, and then my middle boy is 29, and my baby boy is 23. So I've been having sex for a long time. Before I had kids. But I appreciate you. You don't have somebody that has not gone through. The difference between me and you is how you going through your trial. You are mad and upset with too many people. And people have to run their course. Joseph would not have his testimony without his brothers and his father doing what they did. You can't, in order to have glory, you got to have a story. And people got to play a part of that story. If it wasn't for Minister Mario, I would not be in Ocha. I would not be in Santeria. God had to bring somebody in my life, make them my road dog, have my heart in for him the way I did, and get me down this pathway, because I would have never got down this pathway on my own, because I didn't personally see a need. You don't know who God is going to use. And then he ended up taking him in 2023. And that put a deeper commitment in my heart that when he was sown into the earth, it caused me to have a more driven, even though I was upset, I was hurt, I felt hoodwinked by the divine. I don't care. I ain't here to lie. Because I did not understand. Because when they told me they were going to give him back to me, I interpreted that he was physically going to be here. But they gave him back to me in spirit form. His spirit is willingly here with me to do what I need to do. But I interpret, I'm just trying to tell you, even when you hear a word, because you already know what you want, I took that. Not, the truth of the matter is, did they say he's going to be physically raised up? No, they didn't. What they did say to me is that we're going to give him back to you. That's all they said. I interpreted that. Because even as a seer, even as a person that hears spirits, when you want what you want, you hear what you want to hear. But the truth of what was said to me was what I just told you. I took that they were going to raise him back up. And they did give him back to me, just like they said. And just like they told me I was going to be preaching to millions of people. They didn't say it was going to be through social media. I just assumed I was going to have a big church and I'm going to have all this and doing all that. And he's utilizing me through social media to do exactly and fulfill exactly what he said. God is not a liar. But your interpretation can have you in confusion, can have you in hurt, can have you out here mistreating people, have you out of timing, because you heard, because they heard, and they came up with their own conclusion what the divine was talking about. And that's just me being honest. That's just me being real. Not only people in your family, your husband, your wife, your people on your job, whoever hear the word. Even your tata, your mambo, your hugon, when the person that's actually doing the reading can start getting an attitude with you based off of what they're getting, what Egon is saying. It can get just that real. I done experienced that with my first Madrina. I experienced that with my second Madrina. And to be honest with you, I thought I was going to experience that with Padrino Mike, especially when the people that he brought there to do my Misa told him and my Oba that just like I need to respect them, they need to respect my magic too. That was not normal. They told him, you need to reinforce your Oya. That was not normal. They told him, that man right there, that's a walking encyclopedia. That man right there is coming in with 3 powerful Egun, which was ancestors. They were not accustomed to that. They could have easily changed on me. They could have easily behaved very differently with me because of what they were hearing about me as their godson. Because that do happen. Because I done already went through that. I went through that with my family. And I done went through that with other people in Ocha and Voodoo. I done been through it. Hoodoo, the church world. I had preachers tell me when I was in other churches and I was elders in other churches, and when I was and prophets in other churches, oh, I'm not preaching behind Eli. I'm not preaching behind him. If he got to preach, let him preach by himself. People have not. They have changed on me because when they see my mind. That's why right to this day, My Padrino that I have right now, my Oba that I have right now, have never seen me operate in the spirit world. When I go to my Elay, I do not do anything spiritually. I don't want the problem. The young lady was had health issues, and I could have laid hands on her and brought her right on through. I ain't opened my mouth. I get in the corner. Most of the time they got to come and get me out of the car because I'm on the phone with somebody. But I either sleep or whatever. I do not need the drama because I've gone through enough. So when I go around there, I'm telling you to this day, my Padrino ain't never seen me do a reading. My Padrino ain't never seen me lay hands. My Padrino ain't never seen me operate, conjure, summon spirit. None of that. I don't do none of that around him. I don't do that around my other Elay, period. I don't want the problem. Because once you see me flex one time, you ain't going to never see me the same. Same thing on social media, TikTok. When I started flexing with Oja and the Orishas and all of that, all of a sudden, they fellowship with everybody else. But they don't do it with Apostle Ely. And I know I got it going on. My Orishas, my Impungos, ain't nobody up on the sun can tell me I don't have it going on. That's from my headdress to the anointing. You understand? I'm not guessing. And that's not arrogance. Those are facts. I bring royalty to the ATRs. That's what I do. They're like everybody else stuff. They don't like mine. It don't bother me. Just like you ain't got to give me credit for having good dick. It don't mean I ain't got good dick. I'm 51, not 15. When y'all got on here and people were talking about I was doing this and doing that and deceiving people, and y'all started sending cash out for $1,000 and doing this and doing that, y'all started flexing on them. They got upset. Wait a minute, you just called me the devil, but you ain't got nobody in your Elay. They won't even give you $50. No less than talking about $1,000, talking about $2,000. You ain't got it like that. I know for a fact. Go on my TikTok account and then go around and look at other people's stuff. If my Padrino can give me credit that I got it going on when it comes down to my Orishas, and he got really nice Orishas, but I'm something rather else. I'm a true Sagittarius. And I was raised up with money and around money. And I have impeccable taste. That's even down to my drawers. I ain't just got like that. I've been like that. Ask my mama. She a Virgo. She said the only reason you like it is because it's expensive. I said, I'm glad you know. Ain't no sense arguing with me no more. Because my mama love her sale. I ain't never cared for sales. Hold on, let's see what I got here. Demetrius, I got you on reversal. I had to put that on Darius head a lot. Darius covered a lot of the pot tonight. One of the things that I want to offer to you guys, behind the scene, real conjure, real spirituality. What goes on, why stuff happens, so some of this stuff don't throw you off. That some of this stuff don't have you so devastated mentally and emotionally because you're not expecting it. But it goes on. You know, very true. This spirit are sexy. Yeah. I love what I do. If I'm gonna do something, always remember this about I'm gonna put my whole heart into it. I don't believe in half stepping with nothing. And so when it came down doing that, that's why, like, if Mario was still here physically, he be Chosi down. If you follow me and you see his grave sites and stuff like that, he Chosi down. And he out in the cemetery. His Ochosi that I have, in the church, I don't play. So if he was physically here, just like I be dressed in Oya, he be dressed in Ochosi. His headdress and all that, I don't play. I have 3 talisman. I have experienced and learned from Chief. I know that's right, Bo. My reaches work. But I'm going to say this again. Not that it'll be easy, but the average person, the melanated black person, is not going to admit they did not fully understand prophecy, visions, or the dreams. And they have acted upon things based off of those visions and dreams. I lack support from certain people mainly because of who I am spiritually. And I'm cool. I'm good with that. Because at the end of the day, I am going to become everything that God has meant for me to be. Because I am going to be fully committed. But I'm still waiting on the preachers. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for them to out-preach me, out-revelation. I'm still waiting. Because I'm trying to figure out how you can't give me my just due. Because can't none of y'all do nothing with me. None. Mama side, daddy side. It ain't there. And that's with your spiritual helpers. With your other conjurers and mystics that you got, you still can't do nothing with me. And that's me by myself. That's not with me with Padrino, Oba. That's not me with my mom. That's not me with my children. That's me solo dolo. If you, with everything you got going for you, you cannot do absolutely nothing with me. And that's on both sides of my family. And I have a very spiritual family on both sides. That's why I don't know why some of y'all playing with me like I'm something to play with. And I ain't just start saying it, I've been saying it. I don't see the proof. I don't see the proof. At 51 years old, you still ain't stacking me. And I say to this, y'all, you better know who you are, and you better know who around you, and you gotta better know who around and for what reason. And guess what? I ain't never had to downplay nobody's gift or talent to be who I am. What I want y'all to know something about me, I do not have to put down anybody at any juncture on my mom's side, my dad's side, or in Ocha, Voodoo, and Santeria. I don't put down other spiritually in order to be who I am. Because there's no need. Because if I have my measures greater than yours, it's going to manifest anyway. If my destiny greater than yours, it's going to manifest anyway. So there's no reason for me to go out my way to be anything against anybody for any reason. And that's what, therefore, I don't do it. There's no need. I'll check. Rising to you. Thank you, Apollo. But I want to thank you guys for giving me a listening ear tonight. I really got to listen to you. But I want you to understand where I be coming from. I done been through all this stuff. I done cried, I done shed my tears. I done had my heartaches behind this. The same gift, same talent. And I ain't did nothing to these people but be me. And that's all you need to be, is be you, for somebody to have a problem with you. They done went and got readings on me and everything. And the more they get readings on me, the more they obsess and do crazy stuff and say crazy stuff about me. Because they want to, where's all this power coming from? And it's not coming because I got scratched. It ain't coming because I got initiated. It came because it was already meant for me to have it. I was born to be exactly who I am. Huh? As sexy as I may be. As freakish. Huh? I'm very freaky. It ain't stopped not a nail spirit from coming to see about me. I ain't got to be your cup of tea as a man. I ain't got to be your cup of tea as a brother, a cousin, a nephew, a uncle, a child. None of that. Ain't but one thing, one person I need to be pleasing, and that's the divine. That's it. And as long as my ways please them, They'll make my enemies behave. And whoever classified them as an enemy, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Because while you run around here trying to block my finances, my success, and my growth on my platforms and all that, it ain't doing it. And I'm still getting ads. I'm still making money on my job. I'm still making money through social media. And I'm healthy. I'm not 100 even now. I'm not even 100. And look at me. Because if I stand up right now, you'll be shamed. If I stand up right now, you will be shamed because I'm 51 years old, about to be 52. And the physique that God has blessed me with. And I'm talking about without a gym. Without going and working out and trying to get... This is all natural. I'm blessed. And I'm not stressed. Alright? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you want to follow Apostle Eda, you want to be a subscribe, you want to support, you want to be a part of our graveyard, you want to take the classes, by all means. Because I'm headed for millionaire status, and my goal is to elevate somebody, because just like I can crown Minister Mario, he's not my bloodline, and get him crowned and got him where he at right now. If you find yourself faithful and obedient and supportive, imagine what I can do for you. I'm already crowned. I'm already king. Go get a reading and find out if I'm lying.